Hello, fellow classmates. We're talking about Thomas Jefferson in our discussion board this week, talking about the legacy that he left behind. What did Thomas Jefferson leave behind? And there are a couple of things that he wanted to be known for. Dr. Riss talked about this in week one regarding Thomas Jefferson. And he said, well, what he wanted written on his tombstone and what is written on his tombstone is that he's the author of the Declaration of Independence, of the Statute of Virginia for religious freedoms, and that he founded the University of Virginia. And all of those things are still with us. Abraham Lincoln mentioned uh, about the Declaration of Independence, about the preamble. Dr. Riss mentions this that the preamble is the definition and axioms of a free society. And also, Thomas Jefferson was one of our presidents. He was essential in acquiring the Louisiana Purchase. He also helped found our two-party system, even though indirectly he didn't want to do that. Edmund Morgan, in his book American Freedom and American Slavery, says that Thomas Jefferson is probably the greatest champion of liberty this country has ever had. Dr. Riss also says that the genius of Thomas Jefferson is his philosophy of human rights and also his views on self-government. He believed that the government that governed the least was most effective, which differed from his peers. Okay, so Thomas Jefferson has left a lot with us over these last couple of centuries. Now, on the bad about Thomas Jefferson is the fact that he did own slaves. He was birthed with them. When he was born, his father had them. He acquired some through marriage. And also it is reported that he may have fathered some with a slave woman, although that's not substantiated. Now, when I teach sixth graders through 12, and I teach in low socioeconomic areas. Most of my students are either black or Hispanic, or they're Latino. And those who have heard of Thomas Jefferson, that is the part that they know. They don't really think about that he was the writer of the Declaration of Independence. They'll go right to the scandalous part. Oh, he owned people, and he had children, with his slaves, and then he didn't claim them. Okay, so in explaining this to a child, and children think they're pretty much this black and white with them. They can't really substantiate or separate that you can be a great man, but you have flaws. Okay, they see is what makes him so great. Okay, and this is the you could say the challenge when it comes to teaching young people. Can we agree that you can be great but have flaws? And what I would tell them is, have you done something really good? I mean, how is it that a lot of times when you come to me, you say, Mr. Davis, you only concentrate on the bad things, but I did all of these things good. And then I'll come back and say, okay, well, let's look at some of the people that we've seen through history then. Let's say that is a very good point. We need to focus more on our good things and let's discount the bad. You don't throw the baby out with the water. So with Thomas Jefferson, even though he can be a very enigmatic figure, okay, he can be a good man and at the same time accept that he was a good man and also accept that he had flaws.